Struggling with hair loss? Biotin, also known as vitamin B7, plays a crucial role in hair growth and maintenance. A biotin deficiency can lead to hair loss, brittle nails, and skin problems. Eating biotin-rich foods like eggs, nuts, and leafy greens can help promote hair growth. Biotin supplements can increase hair growth by up to 12% in just a few months. The recommended daily intake of biotin is 2,500 to 3,000 mg for optimal hair growth. Biotin also helps to strengthen hair follicles, reducing the risk of hair breakage and split ends. Discover the fascinating world of good luck charms in sports, from rabbit feet to four-leaf clovers, and how athletes use them to gain a mental edge. Many athletes rely on good luck charms to boost confidence and gain a mental edge in competition. The four-leaf clover is a popular good luck charm, with only 1 inch 10,000 clovers having 4 leaves. Rabbit feet are considered lucky in many cultures, with some athletes carrying them as talismans. Some athletes have unusual good luck charms, like wearing the same socks for every game or eating specific foods. Good luck charms can provide a psychological benefit, helping athletes feel more focused and prepared for competition. The use of good luck charms is a widespread phenomenon, with athletes from various sports and cultures participating. Relive the historic moments of NASA's Apollo 11, 14, and 15 missions, where astronauts like Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and David Scott made the impossible possible. NASA's Apollo 11 mission successfully landed humans on the Moon on the 20th of July 1969. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin spent 2.5 hours on the Moon's surface during their historic walk. Apollo 14's Alan Shepard became the first person to play golf on the Moon in 1971. Apollo 15's David Scott conducted the first lunar roving vehicle mission, traveling 17 miles on the Moon. The Apollo 11 astronauts planted the United States flag on the Moon's surface, claiming the territory for humanity. All 3 Apollo missions brought back a combined total of over 800 pounds of moon rocks and soil for scientific study. Find out which accents are considered the most challenging for non-native speakers to master, including the Mandarin Chinese accent and the Scottish accent. Mandarin Chinese accent is considered one of the hardest to learn due to its complex tones. The Scottish accent is also notoriously difficult, with over 1,000 distinct dialects and variations. Non-native speakers struggle with the R and L sounds in many Asian languages, including Japanese and Korean. The Irish accent is tricky due to its unique intonation patterns and vowel shifts. Mastering the Russian accent requires grasping the language's distinct Cyrillic alphabet and pronunciation rules. To overcome accent challenges, experts recommend listening to native speakers and practicing speaking regularly. In 1857, the SS Central America sank in a hurricane off the coast of South Carolina, taking over 400 lives and $400 million in gold with it. The SS Central America was a steamship that set sail in 1857 during the California Gold Rush. The ship was carrying over 400 passengers and $400 million in gold, its cargo highly valuable. On the 9th of September 1857, a hurricane struck the ship off the coast of South Carolina. The ship sank in rough seas, resulting in the loss of over 400 lives on board. The wreck of the SS Central America was lost for over 130 years, sparking many treasure hunts. In 1988, the wreck was finally found, and some of its gold was recovered, confirming its legendary status. Explore the rapid rise of digital banking, from online banking platforms to mobile payment systems like Alipay and WeChat Pay, and discover how fintech is revolutionizing the way we manage our money. In 2020, over 70% of the global population used digital banking services, a 20% increase from 2019. Alipay and WeChat Pay, China's leading mobile payment systems, process over 10 billion transactions daily. Fintech investments reached a record $44.1 billion in 2020, with 60% going towards digital banking solutions. Digital banking platforms reduce transaction costs by up to 90% compared to traditional banking methods. By 2025, digital banking is expected to save customers over 100 hours per year in banking-related tasks. The global digital banking market is projected to reach $13. Explore the fascinating science behind the Tacoma Narrows Bridge's collapse, featuring expert analysis and rare footage of the disaster that shook the engineering world. The Tacoma Narrows Bridge, nicknamed Galloping Gertie, opened on the 1st of July 1940 in Washington state. Gertie's design was innovative, but its narrow profile made it vulnerable to strong winds and aeroelastic effects. On the 7th of November 1940, a 42 miles per hour wind triggered catastrophic oscillations, causing the bridge to collapse in just 45 minutes. The disaster was caused by aeroelastic flutter, a rare phenomenon where wind and structure interact, building destructive resonance. Engineers had underestimated wind loads and neglected to consider the effects of resonance on the bridge's design. Witness the most powerful explosion in the universe, releasing 100 billion times more energy than the sun, and learn how it affects the cosmos. A supernova is an incredibly rare event, occurring only once every 100 years in a typical galaxy. When a star runs out of fuel, it collapses under its own gravity, triggering a massive explosion. Supernovae are so powerful that they can briefly outshine an entire galaxy, releasing 100 billion times more energy than the sun. The explosion expels heavy elements, like iron and nickel, into space, which are essential for forming new stars and planets. Supernovae also play a crucial role in distributing these elements throughout the galaxy, enriching the interstellar medium. Follow the story of the USS Central America, a steamship that sank in a hurricane off the coast of South Carolina in 1857, taking over 400 lives and a large quantity of gold with it. The USS Central America was a sidewheel steamer that operated during the California Gold Rush era. In 1857, the ship set sail from Panama to New York, carrying over 400 passengers and a large quantity of gold. On the 11th of September 1857, the ship encountered a Category 4 hurricane off the coast of South Carolina, which severely damaged the vessel. Despite efforts to save it, the USS Central America sank just hours later, resulting in the loss of over 400 lives and a vast amount of gold. The gold, lost in the disaster, was valued at around $100,000 to $150,000, equivalent to over $2 million today. Investigate Russia's border disputes with Ukraine, Georgia, and other neighbors, including the annexation of Crimea and the ongoing Donbass conflict. Russia shares borders with 14 countries, making it vulnerable to territorial disputes. The annexation of Crimea in 2014 marked the first forcible takeover of a European territory since World War II. Georgia's 2008 war with Russia led to the recognition of South Ossetia and Abkhazia as independent states by Moscow. The ongoing Donbass conflict in eastern Ukraine has claimed over 13,000 lives since 2014. Russia's border disputes are often fueled by its desire to protect ethnic Russian populations in neighboring countries. The 1997 Friendship Treaty between Russia and Ukraine established the current border, but tensions remained high.